us already familiar with the one and all yourself? Yeah, so very jealous. I haven't gotten on the boat yet, but I would love to. So the one and all is a good example of a lovely old brigantine. So she was commissioned in 1987, but it's designed after the old 1850s brigs, and they still sail this boat quite regularly. Up on the TV there, you'll see a couple of photos with all the sails up. Really nice boat on the water. And they do 4-day cruises to Kangaroo Island, 3-day charters, afternoon sails. They're heavily involved in youth development as well, so we see lots of teens and pre-teens on the boat.
And it's a hands-on thing too.
It's a very hands-on thing, yes, I've heard, which is why I want to do it so bad. I grew up sailing up in Queensland, and unfortunately I have never been on a boat similar to this one, and I'm very jealous. I'd love to get on the tall ships and the old sort of brigantines.
Yeah.
Really, really cool boats.
Well, make sure you do it.
I will.
You know, don't just put it on the wish list.
No. Yeah, it's not too bad, it's not too expensive, especially for those afternoon sails if you're just going out for the day. Really good ticket. It was also used in the first fleet reenactment over in Rio, so she pretty much got built, went to Rio and was involved in that. And then just behind it we also have the City of Adelaide. Now, does anybody here know anything about that boat, big clipper ship? No? Good.
Didn't she sink in Scotland?
It did, spot on. Yeah, so it's got a lot of history, and that's probably my favourite part of its history when it sunk, which is funny. But we'll go from the start. So the City of Adelaide was built in 1864 over in England, and it was originally designed to transport people from England to Adelaide. So at the time, Adelaide was a very small township, and it's pretty well responsible for populating Adelaide back in the 1870s. So this vessel did 23 round voyages and picked people up from England, Germany, Ukraine, Scandinavia, brought them all down here, and currently 250,000 Adelaideans can trace their lineage back to that one boat. So it really did bring a lot of families down. Now, as you mentioned, it was sunk over in Scotland, so we got it in 2014 in Adelaide it arrived, and before that it was over in Scotland in the bottom of a river, not doing much. It cost $6 million to refloat the boat and put it on that barge and tow it over, so pretty expensive project. But all that money was raised and donated by volunteers. It's completely run by volunteers now. The Scottish government even donated $600,000 to the cause because they wanted to get rid of the boat, which is fair enough. Yeah, it's actually a museum now, so you can jump on inside it. They've done a really good job on the inside, turning into a museum, and I think it's $20 a ticket. Definitely worth doing if you have a bit of time. Now, you might know it's a famous sister, the Cutty Sark. Anybody know the Cutty Sark? A couple of people. Very famous ship over in London. I knew it to be a bottle of whiskey before I knew it was a boat, but it turns out it's a boat as well. And yeah, so the City of Adelaide is 5 years older than the Cutty Sark, but they were built in the same fleet of clipper ships. And these boats are very fast, very manoeuvrable. The fastest time this one did from England to Adelaide was 65 days, which is pretty impressive. And the current cruise liners do that trip in